What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Leeds 1, Tottenham 4 in the last game of the season at Ellen Road. We have relegated Leeds. Leicester have gone down with them alongside Southampton. Spurs have finished 8th in the league with Villa winning today, so they go and clinch that last Conference League spot. Spurs will be playing 1 day a week next year. No European football to contend with whatsoever for the first time since when? I can't remember since the last time we haven't played in Europe.
Yeah, it's been the last time was under Harry Redknapp's. No, when was it? Harry Redknapp's first full season, I believe,
Right.
because we finished at 8th. So we didn't get Europe that season.
So, I mean, look, no European football next season. I think you can take the positives out of that as well as the negatives. Obviously, it's a negative that Spurs aren't playing in Europe, but the positive is that maybe under a new manager with a new structure, it will give them more time on the training pitch, 1 game a week. With the squad that we do have now, I don't think it's capable of playing 2 games a week, especially the Conference League, which will be very taxing. So I think, in my opinion, it's a positive. I think it's a bit of a relief we're not in the Conference League, albeit if we were in it, I would have wanted us to win it. But in terms of the game today, I don't think it was the greatest game of football. It showed some really good moments in there from Tottenham Hotspur. I thought in the first half, Leeds were kind of putting us under pressure. We were getting the breakaways without too much quality. Apart from the first minute, you saw a really good team goal where Harry Kane put it away in the first few minutes. But apart from that, in the first half, we were getting good breakaways. Sonny was getting good positions. Kulusevski, long passes or more short passes. Kane was playing short passes. But Leeds, as much as they had possession in a half, they weren't putting us under too much pressure, were they?
No, and they had a couple of chances, but unfortunately for them, there was just a lack of quality, I think, surrounding their play. I think so much about Leeds today was very much hit and hope, put it in the box and see what happens, as much as it was trying to have intricate passages of build-up play to really try and open up Tottenham. I think that they really struggled today with quality. And to be fair, you're looking at the Leeds lineup, and as much as I thought it actually played in their favour, it actually didn't, because we
got that first minute goal as well.
Yeah, first of all that, and as well they did lack that quality on the ball, didn't they, today? Let's be honest. They tried to get forward, but there was a lack of quality service into the box. There was a lack of build-up play. And I think the only difference between the first half and the second half, yes, we scored 3 goals, but I think the big difference was we just made the most of our counter-attacks. We had similar counter-attacks in that first half, but we got the last pass wrong. We weren't making the most of them. But second half, the clinical edge was there. And I thought Porro being involved made a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought that you saw some high quality from Pedro Porro in there today. The assist I thought was really good, but you got to talk about that goal. I mean, where he was found in space, I think was it by Harry Kane, found him in that space. And that finish, man, right into the side netting. You don't see much more quality than that. And I think we really do have a gem on our hands with Pedro Porro. He's that's his 3rd goal or 4th goal. 3rd goal, I think. 2 assists as well in there. And he's done more than Emerson in half a season than Emerson's done in 2 years for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, definitely going forward wise. And you can see that one finish alone, you can see the quality. It was a really tight angle, and he was able to arrow it right into the far corner. It was an absolute brilliant finish. And that's what he's shown he can bring to Tottenham from a going forward point of view. When you give him space, and even in penalty area, he's had 3 goals for Spurs and all absolute quality finishes, and that was added to his catalogue. It was absolutely brilliant from him. And I think, obviously, Harry Kane, the clinical finish, he finishes the season on 30 league goals, which is absolutely astonishing, scoring in 26 games as well.
Equals his best record.
An incredible season for him, and he shows no sign of slowing down. I thought it was head and shoulders above everyone else on the pitch today. Absolutely brilliant. But a brilliant round off for Lucas Moura to round off the season.
Unbelievable.
For him, round off his Spurs career.
Unbelievable.
In the way he did.
Unbelievable. It was only fitting for it to happen like that as well. Everyone remembers the night in Amsterdam. Everyone remembers that performance at Old Trafford when he scored 2 goals. He had some big moments in a Spurs shirt. It was just a shame the way his career kind of panned out, because we never saw it on a consistent basis over and over again from Lucas Moura. His most... When would you say his most consistent time was in the Spurs shirt? Maybe that time under Jose Mourinho. I mean, he never really had a consistent moment at Spurs, did he?
Yeah, I would say there was one season under Pochettino. He scored 14 goals in the season. And
League goals?
I think all competitions. That was probably his best season. The season he got, in the Amsterdam season it was. So he capped off his Spurs career in a brilliant way, running past 3 Leeds players and a really confident finish. Shame we didn't see enough of that during his Tottenham career. We knew he had that in him. but you saw how the players celebrated with him. He's a massive favourite in the dressing room, you can see, and he's going to be sorely missed by a lot of the players, but unfortunately we did have to move on from him. In terms of Leeds in that second half, they were 1-0 down in the first half. Do you think there was going to be a big reaction? We just never really saw it from them. I can't remember one real chance. I know they scored, but even that was a good finish. I can't remember one chance really they created.
They had a couple of half chances in the first half, but I thought Spurs defended really well today, to be honest. I think there was that really good block from Longley, wasn't there, where that could have been a goal, to be honest. And even Davinson Sanchez stood up for the team. Fair play to him. Emerson was good. I think our and Ben Davis, I thought, also had a good game. So I think our defensive players actually restricted Leeds quite heavily today. And I think that goal going in the first minute threw Leeds' game plan out the window. They tried, they huffed, they puffed, they just couldn't blow our house down at the end of the day.
And as well, when they're looking for reaction in the second half, we again scored in the first 2 minutes of the second half, so that really must knock the stuffing out of them. And I think you could see it for the last few minutes. They were defeated. Another thing to note, 2 teenagers making their debut, Matthew Craig and George Abbott.
Well, he's 20, Craig, but yeah.
Sorry, yeah, he's 2 youngsters then, I should say. So that was nice of Mason to give them a nice little cameo, and obviously we scored a couple of goals, or 1 goal at least, I think, while they were on the pitch. So it was good to see a couple of youngsters get involved, which was nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mason will know exactly what it means to them, because he was in their shoes once upon a time, and they'll be very proud of making their Premier League debut. So I think Craig has actually played in the Conference League. I think Nuno gave him his debut in the Conference League, but I'm not sure if Abbott has played or not before. But at 17, he probably not. So, big up to those 2 boys. Hopefully they've got big futures in a Spurs shirt. I would have liked to see the likes of someone like Romain Mundle come on or something like that, but if he's leaving, then what is the point? But no, I think today belongs to Lucas Moura, to be honest, with that goal right at the end. His last touch in a Spurs shirt, it meant a lot to him. It means a lot to us, and I just want to thank him for all the memories and his effort, and he always bled for the badge, Lucas Moura. At the end of the day, he always gave 100%, whether that 100% was enough or not. Some of the time, he did always give 100%, and yeah, he'll be off, and many other players on that pitch will probably be off as well. That's probably the last time, hopefully, that we're going to see Davinson Sanchez in a Spurs shirt, Clement Longley, potentially the last time we're seeing him in a Spurs shirt. And I'm trying to see something on Twitter, but a few people were saying that Kane was crying at the end.
Really? Kane, I
can't really see anything, to be honest, but let's hope that wasn't the case. I didn't see anything, but that could mean bad things.
Some people saying it, but I don't see.
I can't see any pictures or
video
anything.
Or pictures. Let me see if I can find anything. If he was, I hope that might have been telling. But look, to be fair, I don't think he knows right now what the situation is. I think it's still very much up in the air. Let's be honest.
Maybe he's crying because it could potentially be his last game.
It could be. There's no reason why it couldn't be. There's a real chance he leaves this summer, and I think he probably knows that. I think he thought he was leaving last time out, didn't he? And he ended up not being able to leave. But I reckon he's probably preparing for any eventuality, and there's a chance you never know what the summer will bring, and and this could have been Kane's last game for a Tottenham shirt, and let's just hope it wasn't.
Well, you know where to keep up to date with every single time something happens with Tottenham Hotspur, and that is right here on We Are Tottenham TV. It's been a pleasure reporting on you through the season. It's been a hard season. I'm not going to lie, it's been a really hard season. Hopefully next season becomes a bit less hard, but I think it might become a bit more hard, to be honest. So keep the faith, keep bleeding blue and white, lily white. We'll see you all again tomorrow, but also next season. But no, thank you everyone for joining us today. That is your instant match reaction. Spurs will have no European football to contend with next season, but keep up to date throughout the summer, because it's going to be a busy summer here for Tottenham Hotspur. But thank you everyone for watching today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.